Jane Matilda Bolin was born in Poughkeepsie, New York on April 11, 1908. To an interracial couple, Matilda Ingram Emery and Gaius C. Bolin. Gaius C. Bolin was the first black graduate of Williams College and had his own legal practice and cared for the family after his wife's illness and death, which occurred when Jane Bolin was a child. Bolin was always the smartest person in her class. Bolin graduated from high school in her mid-teens and went to enroll at Wesley College, which is a prestigious private women's liberal arts college in Massachusetts, in which she was one of two of the only black freshmen attending. Even though Bolin faced racism and social isolation, she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1928 and was recognized as top of her graduating class. She was named a Wesley Scholar. She then attended Yale Law School, and while she was attending Yale, she still faced social hostilities. She graduated in 1931, where she became the first black woman to earn a law degree from Yale and the first black woman to join the New York City Bar Association. Bolin worked with her family's practice in Poughkeepsie, New York, before marrying attorney Ralph E. Mitchell in 1933 and relocated to New York City. Bolin took on an assistant corporate counsel work for New York City. She was the first African American woman to hold that position. On July 22, 1939, Bolin was called to be sworn in as a judge. Bolin made history again by becoming the first black female judge in the United States. Bolin was assigned to family court. Bolin fought against racial discrimination within the system and was a fierce advocate for children, especially children of color, whose cases she oversaw. She led the charge of acquiring child care agencies that got public funding to accept children regardless of their race or ethnicity, and she also ended the practice of assigning probation officers based on race. Bolin faced many personal challenges, such as her first husband died in 1943, and she had to raise their young son, York, on her own for many years. Bolin was reinstated as a judge for 3 terms, each term serving 10 years. She was appointed by 3 mayors. At the age of 70, Bolin was forced to retire. Bolin continued to advocate for children's rights and education by volunteering as a tutor at New York City's public schools for 2 years, and she served in the New York City State Boards of Regents. Bolin later died in Queens, New York on January 8, 2007, at the age of 98. She left behind a legacy of being a fierce advocate, not only for black people, but especially for black women and black children.